Hello, dear friends from all over the world, of many places. Welcome to Eurythmy with me. I'm happy to be with you again, and we start a new series of 6 weeks of 6 sessions, Eurythmy on Monday. And here we focus. On Friday I bring or I answer questions which you bring, and I try to answer them within one session. Yeah? And in this series, I thought what might be helpful for us in the general circumstances we are in at the moment, what's strengthening up, and I will work on a sequence of exercises or go through several levels. And from session to session, we go a little bit deeper, we get to know some variations, but more or less it stays the same. You know what will come, and we just go a step further. And as you know, never put yourself under pressure to do it as good as possible. I repeat what I've said often, our body reacts to what we try to do. So I try to give you ideas. What could I try to move? Where could I put attention on in? Do it as the way it feels good for you, and then take the effect from afterwards listening how your body reacts to it. So I repeat, do not just look how is Theodor doing it, but how do you understand what Theodor might have meant, and then put this into action. Main thing, stay with yourself. Why? Because that's how the etheric body comes into action. Don't lose yourself into what you do, or you can do what you want to do, but if you stay with yourself at the same time, all the countercurrents which bring the balance about come into being by themselves. We will do the introductory, in the first set of exercises has to do with our instrument, with our physical instrument, which is also our musical instrument. We play music on physical instruments. The second part of today will be that we work on a sound, and I have been quite often already asked, can you work with us on the R? Yeah? This R, what we call it in the German language. We will do this, and after a while the L will come and join it, and maybe even the M, so that we explore those words. And then I also have been asked, can we do something, on Friday it came, can you do something for the eyes? In the German group, and many people liked this idea, so I thought maybe we can work in a way with the sounds and find a combination, and we will do this with this V, the L and the R, in a way that these life forces also are activated in our sensual being around the eyes. And then we finish with a word, or with putting a content into our movement. The last part will be only very short, we only touch it, but it will grow when we continue. Okay, so may I invite you to join in, and all of you have a different space around you. Maybe if you can make 2, 3 or 4 steps forward and backward, that would be fine, and that your arms, the space is big enough that you can move your arms freely. Good. As always, we just start arriving at ourselves. I feel myself. I feel my center. I feel my breath. And then I let go, or I start to feel down through my body, into my legs, and even further down. But through staying with myself, I also feel I'm somehow carried. There's a force which makes me upright without doing it myself. Relax, let your breath flow, make a step forward or backwards. I do it backwards, then you see my feet. And then again, start at your center. Slowly go down through the body, through the legs, through the feet. And feel yourself carried by that. And even your heart maybe feel to be carried. And again, let your breath react. Let's just start with 2 basic steps. I go backwards, so we do 3 steps forward. And who have been with us last time, they know it already. The left leg makes a little step forward, and the right leg is put a little bit aside of it. And then feel your collarbones, and in a way that, they are eager in a way to go out, to go forward, into the world. Close your legs. So simple. We do it again. Left forward, to the right, and the collarbones, eager to go into the world. We close the legs, and the 3rd time. Left, right, eager to go into the world. We close the feet. We do a polar movement with the legs, polarity, but it's not just opposite, it's different. The right foot goes backward, preparing the situation, and slowly we draw the left one towards the standing leg. We arrive, and naturally we are on the heels. But strange enough, being on the heels makes us feel upright, and even the collarbones are somehow awake. I turn that you can see my step better. The right foot goes backwards. And now it begins, very slowly. The foot may rest on the floor. I pull it against the other one. I arrive. I feel myself standing, relaxed on my heels. And the last time, right, just as a preparation back. And now, slowly feel your feet, draw them back. Stand upright, let your breath react. Stand with relaxed legs, not too close to each other, just feel comfortable. And remember how it was to do this step forward and then the foot to the right side, but just in order that you really can enjoy your collarbones. They are there. I feel them, the clavicles. And then just feel how they want to really go into the world, and then allow this feeling to go to the upper arms. Move forward to the lower arms, make them light with this. Feel your wrist, then feel your hands, your fingers, all 5 fingers. Feel your fingertips, how they want to go out forward into the world. And they even start trembling because they are so curious and have the feeling, I arrive. And then slowly let go without losing this feeling of having arrived somewhere. Let your breath flow and just notice how your legs react. Because when you stayed with yourself and did not get lost in this going out, the contrary also happened. And the legs and the contact to the floor even increased. Now we do it one more time. I come a little bit closer with a little bit more emphasis on how do we move the arms, the parts of the arms, and we will look into this during the coming sequences more in detail. But just stand on your legs. We do the same, but just move the arms a little bit more and feel your collarbones, your clavicles. Yeah, oh, they like to go out. And then just I turn away. Notice that, oh, the upper arms, they like to just go a little bit back. I can turn them and really go forward and bring them something. And then once again, bring them back. And then again, they like to bring something. And then go forward to your lower arms and feel, yes, they can weave, huh? But it's still close. It's close to my soul. I'm coming to myself, and a little bit I stream out, but I'm still within my soul. And how does it feel like? Do I like it? Yeah? Do I not like it? What do I want? And then just bring your hands to rest and feel your wrists like a stop. Everything is becoming calm. And use this calmness to feel your body. Oh, I'm standing there. Oh, yeah, it's me. And then we go on, and now feel your hands, yeah, the scent of your hands, and that the hands have this quality that they can turn things. Yeah, they turn down, and slowly, like if the sun would rise, it's sunrise. And you feel it in your body, it's sunrise. And the hands turn, oh, it's sunset, yeah? And then a little bit, turn it out again, let it come, okay. And now go to your fingers, as if the fingers, now we go out into the garden, the fingers just feel the air, the nice air outside. Yeah? And we weave the same way as we did with the lower arms before, but now it's outside, there in the garden, all the birds. And feel the air between your fingers. Yeah? And just brush the air. And then we go to the fingertips and go further out, further out. Try to go as if you could go out there, and the fingers become a little bit nervous. And can I touch it? Can I touch it? Can I touch it? And then just calmly, oh yeah, I got there. So nice. And then let go and keep this feeling. And because we did not lose ourselves, we feel connected. We feel the floor, we feel the legs, and the breath reacts. And this, if you have noticed what happened to me when I said, and the breath reacts, then it started. And that's the thing with eurythmy. When we look at something, yeah, when we name it, then this thing can start to show itself. Yeah? So it's not, I did not do it, but I spoke about my breath. I looked into this direction, and then my breath said, yes, look, I'm there. And I allowed it to happen. You remember we did the forward step to the right, which was going out, and we did now the arms, the way going out. And then we did the backward steps with the theme of arriving at me, yeah, here. And now we do something similar with the arms. And normally one would think, if I want to arrive here, I start with my fingertips, my fingers, and my lower arm, my upper arm. That brings me here. But it's much stronger if we realize, if I want to arrive somewhere, I have to start. I have to bring something into action. I must feel if I really want it. Yeah, okay, I want it, and then I turn it, and then I go there, and then I arrive. So that's why we do the same direction from the collarbones to the fingertips, also when we come in. That lets us arrive in a much deeper level than we would do it if we would do it just the way one thinks it should be. So just be connected with your body, feel your feet, feel your ankles. Do not lean back, but just stand normal, but feel your feet and that you have ankles. Feel your collarbones. And then we start up there, we have just arrived. But now we start at the collarbones, at the clavicles, feel them. And then bring the arms down and feel the upper arms. And then feel the lower arms. And then feel the wrist. Turn the hands maybe a little bit and feel the hands. And then feel the weaving of the fingers when they are down. And then go out, let them, like as if you would spray salt around with your fingertips. And then just let this salt arrive at your body, penetrate your body. Feel your uprightness, feel your clavicles, feel your feet. And let your breath react just by looking to it. Make a little step backwards, pull the other leg towards it, never mind which one it was now. And we do it a last time and move the arms a little bit more. I feel my clavicles. I move my upper arms a little bit. I weave with my lower arms. I just listen into my wrist. I turn my hands. I weave with my fingers up and down and in and out. I tremble with my fingertips and let them become long and long and long. And I arrive. Just feel into your body now. What do you perceive now? How does it react to what we did? 5-10 seconds standing. And then with the breath in between and relax, we do it sitting on the seat. Don't expect too much. Just, how is it to observe my body? Can I feel it? Can I feel my legs? Which foot can I feel better, the left one or the right one? What happens when I feel or look into the left one and into the right one? Does it change something? Do I feel more warmth or more cold in my body? What about my arms? How do they feel like? Just let your breath flow and look if you feel held, if your uprightness is there just naturally, but you can also just lean against your seat and let things come. Okay, if you want, we continue with part 2. In part 2, I want to look with you into the gesture of the R. And when we do the R in eurythmy, we try to address this quality of the R, which is very obvious in some German countries, for example, like Bavaria, where the R is spoken in a way as if you, in your experience, if you have, for example, next to your sink, you have this part where you have your plates to let them dry, and it's not an even thing, but it has rails in it. And if you take a spoon or something else, cooking spoon, and you go over it, then it makes trrrr, huh? Yeah, and that's because one rail stops the spoon, the cooking spoon, and then it can go fly to the next one, then it's stopped again, and then it can go again, and it stops again, and it can go again. And this rhythm of being, contention, of just contraction, of being held, and then being free again, and then again contraction, and being free again, that's this quality we want to address when we are doing the R. Yeah? For this reason, if you have liberation or words like this, even if you do not pronounce it, this energy can set this energy which is stuck, can set it free. Yeah? That's the idea behind the R. And now let's look into it a little bit more, just to get in a way also things, or to practice how can I create this rhythm between those two polarities which are necessary, because I cannot just float away all the time. I need stability too. Yeah, I need both. That's the art of the R. How to have both. Good. We start to dive into a few basic principles first. I turn that you can see what I do in profile, and have a little bit of space in front of you that you can make 4 or 3 or 5 steps forward. Doesn't matter how many. And then just put your hands in a way behind you, and we are working now with the lower forces a little bit, and then push them a little bit forward, and just notice that your legs like to follow this. Yeah? And then let go, and just stand. And then just lift your arms. And both is possible, but normally, or the natural way is when you lift your arms and you feel into them and you feel them, you might notice they tend to pull you backwards. And then allow this pull to pull you. And then do this 4 or 5 steps. Let your arms slowly sink down. Again, push a little bit, invite your legs to follow, and they really like it. And then just let your arms go. This go up by themselves and feel, oh, they pull me back. How nice. And before you run into your cupboard, stop and let your arms sink. And down there, push again a little bit. Let them follow. And again, oh, how nice. It takes me back. And stop. Let your breath react, and probably it will react. Because we are really just, that's not a sound, but it's very close to a sound. it's not the R. We were just diving into these qualities of streaming. And all sounds organize the streams in a specific way. That's what makes them a sound. Yeah, what lets them be a sound. Yeah? Each cave sounds differently depending on its shape. And we do it again, just to enjoy it, and just to make you aware of, do as little as possible and do not lose yourself into this. Just again, stay with yourself, let it happen. So even if you do this to invite your body to go forward, don't push so hard anymore. Just invite it. Come on, my darling. And then just let go. Don't the arm, let them rise. And then feel, oh yes, how nice. But it does not break your back. It's just you stay with yourself and then let go. Because staying with yourself means also your uprightness persists. Go forward. Let it rise. And it invites me to go back. And let go. And the last time. And just being down there is enough that your legs want to go there. And just being there is enough that your body wants to walk home. And let go. Enjoy. Now come forward, please. Just. And eurythmy is what I've told you. Always the opposite is always just. So when I said the lower system wants to go forward, that's right, but it's not difficult to tell it, yes, I know you like to go forward, but now we go backwards. So I go like this, then you can see me better, and we do the same the other way around. And that's what I call going against the stream or against the grain. Yeah? Normally it would go forward, but now we push it a little bit backwards. And wow, it brings us backwards. And I let my arm rise, and I just invite them, hey, come on forward. And, oh yes, they do it. And I let go again. And then again I dive into it. It brings me back. I let go, and only because I know I want to go forward, they do it. Stop. Backwards. Let them rise. Forwards. And the last time, let you be brought backwards. Let you be brought forwards. Let go. And relax. And I've shown this to you for the reason, yes, we dive into the streams and we somehow, maybe even without knowing how, we learn we can move them in a differentiated way. One time they bring us forward, the other one backwards. And the other thing is, you know, when you put your hands in a stream, in a river, and go with the water, everything stays pretty calm. It's like a stick going down. But if you go against the water, you know what's going to happen. Yeah? All these waves which are going to arrive. And that's the principle of the R. It's going against the stream. So remember what we just did with walking, we now do it standing and bring it into more a quality of how a sound works. Just stand relaxed. One leg can be a little bit forward, the other one a little bit behind. And then just realize, yes, down there, we want to have this backward stream. But in a way, that's a contraction. And then we let this energy rise. Yes, it fills us with energy. And now we open the heart, and just through opening the heart, we leave this energy like a present to someone. But also present you have to let go. And then we remind us, but we need to eat, we need energy, we must live. And we realize, yes, we get energy from it, but then also we give it back. Here you have what we could develop, and we let go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let go. And let your breath react. Out of 2 streams, going forward and backwards, above and below, now we have 4 elements. We also missed how to move up and down. And still it's not the R, because the sounds are very close to they need a human factor. They get their meaning through the human. And that's not just 4 forces, but now we have to start to melt them into each other. Just before we really have arrived there, it starts already coming up. Before we are completely fulfilled, we start already giving out. And before we have, there you have it, we must already let go, that it's really a present. So the following all begins already before the current before is fulfilled. And that's the human factor we give into this. The 4 elements is still a sort of nature, and now we start. Yes, we melt it into each other. Then it can go round. Let's try this. Just we come here, and now it's becoming round. We feel this, but that's already there. And the letting go already starts before we are out. We come back, and already here it starts rising. Here it's going out, and all halfway down, out is already going down. In, up, out, down. No corners anymore. Everything melting into each other. And my whole consciousness is in this melting of these basic powers in there. Assembling energy, and now the heart is opening up here. Last time, assembling energy, the heart is opening up here. And make a pause, please. Let the breath react. The last thing with the R I want to show you before we sit down is that we also try to bring it a little bit further down into our legs, that in all parts of this process in a way starts to live. It lives there anyway, but it enjoys if we take part in it, and that motivates these processes to, yes, I know, I show you, I'm there, I'm with you, and so on. And we do it in a very simple way. No, it's not simple, but not sophisticated. Yeah? Not so sophisticated. We just try what we have just done to experience a little bit. Just have the feeling that you contract a little bit in your legs. And then you come up a little bit with your legs. And then just feel this lower part of your body. And there you let go. And this brings your other leg forward. And then you let go. Really let go. And then bring this contraction about, a contention, whatever. And then this rise of energy. And then here your heart can also be down there in the stomach, not stomach, in the lower belly. And the step. And then again, contraction down there. Energy is rising, but I let it go. And this takes my leg along. And the last time, I go down, contention, contraction. Energy rises behind, and it brings me forward. And stop. walk back to where you stood, that you can repeat it one more time. And please do not feel, oh, I have to do this and round. It's just what we are looking for. Can I taste a little bit from what we tried with the arms here or with the whole body? Can I taste a little bit of it with my legs? Do not try to perform it. Yeah? We are not practicing to move the legs like an arm. This can happen out of what we are doing. But do we find this energy? So, do we find this streaming in a little bit? Do we find, oh yes, that gives us energy? Can I open up in a way that it takes my leg along? And how is it to let go? And now I need it again. I recollect it. I notice what I get out of it. I open, and this carries my leg. So I do not move my leg is carried forward. Up, go, and this brings my leg. And the last step, like this. Contention, rising of energy, letting go, relaxation. Then close your legs. Let your breath react. Relax the body. Maybe there are tensions which came about because we are not used to listen like this into the body. We still forced it too much. We were not listening enough, but it's a step, and the body will understand what we try to do and will forgive us. Or maybe it even liked it. So let's sit down and listen to the resonance. How do I feel my legs now? What are the feelings in my chest? Are my arms, my perception of my arms, left and right, the same? Do I feel more warm or more cold? And where do I feel more warm? Where do I feel more cold? How does the perception of my arms change? Things like that. Whatever comes into your scope of observation. Okay, those of you who still want to go on can now begin with me the third part. And I told you already the fourth part will be very small. It's just touch it. This one can grow. And now I want to look into a question, just how to nourish this part up here also a little bit. This part easily dries out and loses its flexibility. This can be because of, mentally it can happen very easily, but just by growing older, you can't avoid it. And that's why the eyes slowly become less mobile. It's more difficult to focus on things which are far away or very close and things like that. So, and for this and the system which brings life, which brings water, which brings flexibility about, is our lower system. That's the master of this. So in a way, we want to connect those two in a friendly way without telling the lower system, you have to do good to my eyes, because that's exactly the style which would not do good. That style which does good is we open up. We open up, and if playful forces want to enter into this open space, that's great. And then we are grateful. And now I invite you to start work with me on the W, on the V. And the W in English and in German, they have a different way of being pronounced. They have a different way also how one could move them if you want to do it artistically. But here we want to step into basic streams, basic principles, and they live in between how it can be pronounced. We can look deeper into if you want to, but it's not directly on the track of this course. We really want just to use these forces. To know about these things would be more Friday issue. Just stand upright, feel your heart, feel connected with yourself. That's also feel connected with your body. Take your hands in front of your body and slowly stream up. And today not so high. At a certain point, turn your hands and stream down again. And just enjoy that it's possible to create sorts of the feeling of as if it would stream. Stream up. And stream down. Wow. And streaming just means we allow the body to organize the movement itself. And that's the substance, the experience of substance, the wisdom of the body. And you know that if you stay with yourself, the etheric body, the wisdom of your body, automatically means, because the eye is present, creates countercurrents. So we stream up and notice, oh, that's already, I feel my feet, oh how nice. And we stream down. Oh yeah, I grow. I'm streaming down, and this growing is just a present coming out of it. I stream up, and this streaming up is grounding me. I stream down, and this streaming down makes me grow. And let your breath react. And now we start to bring a sort of form into this. An 8. Just I come a little bit closer, then you see me better. And a vertical 8. We have the hands next to our hips, and then we try to describe the 8, and the first round bow is in front, and somewhere between the chest and the throat it goes behind, and the second part of the 8 is behind our head. The third curve of the 8 is in front of our head, and then where our chest is, the arms cross towards the back, and then slowly the hands make this fourth curve in our back, and we arrive where we started. Everybody there? Great. Got lost on the way? Never mind, we are there. It's simple, huh? And if you look a little bit how I do it, I even bend my fingers a little bit in this curve, and I bend my finger a little bit, this, and I even give a little bit of tension there. That's later, it's not necessary anymore. Then it's enough just to think it. Think with the fingers, not with the head, but at the moment it helps to get this flow about. Yes? So, just here, and then bend your fingers a little bit backwards in the direction. Yes, like this. And this leads the hand there. And then make your fingers a little bit round, and that brings the fingers over the head. And they stay round, and bring the hands under your arms. And then turn your fingers the other way, bend them to bring the hands back to where they came from. And relax and let your breath react. Because just with such a simple thing, we are in the middle of etheric streams. Yeah? And in a way, we do not, because the hands find their way by themselves, in a way. That's what we try to do. One more time, like this. I'm just in my hands, bending, and the hands find their way. And they find their way. And they find their way. Whoa. How nice. And when you know that if you look at waves in a lake or so and you see these waves coming, then you often see a piece of wood on top on the water, and you see the waves are going there, but the water is not moving. The wood is still at the same place. That's because actually we have columns of water which go down and up, and the other one goes down and up, and it stays at the same place, and they just hand it on, the wave, but they rest. A wave is a constantly going up and down, not necessarily a moving forward. In a river it is, but not in a lake. And so now we do this 8 again, but remember the countercurrents. And we start. I turn again. When the hands come up, we naturally go down. And when they are behind the head, we go even further down. You don't go so far as I do. And then when the hands come down, I go up. And only when the hands are where they were in the beginning, I am completely upright again. And let your breath react. That was quick now, huh? I did not pre-warn you, but now you know what's going to be. So go down, start going down slowly, otherwise you'll be on your knees when your hands are up, and it only has to be 10 millimeters. Yeah? It's just creating the stream. Yeah? So the hands are there. They find their way up. And the countercurrent goes down, we follow it a little bit. And the hands come down, and the countercurrent slowly, slowly, slowly carries us up, and the hand arrives down there. One last time, and you know, it's only what we try, not what we achieve. Stay friendly with yourself, stay completely relaxed, because what we try is to hand ourselves over to the etheric. It brings us down a little bit. It finds a way for the 8. The only question is, how do I have to be in my fingers? How do I have to feel my body, that this inner dialogue between these contrary principles take place? Yes? So we are just looking for, how do I have to be? First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, slowly I'm coming up again, and fourth quarter, oh how nice. And I look again into the world. I'm here, I made it. Let your breath react. Never mind how good it was. Your body knows what we tried. Be proud of you. I'm proud of you. Okay. We go and we only touch it a little bit, but we touch the principles of the sound L. I want you to do the W, the L, and afterwards the R with you. The L which plays with darkness and light, and the R which completely deals with receiving light forces. And the L, I only want to stress two basic principles. Spread out your arms and have the feeling the hands lie on the floor, on the earth, like the leaves in the autumn. And then the leaves slowly become compost, become earth, and melt into everything. And then in spring, the juices are rising. And then on the heart level, now slowly turn the hands. This process of turning the inward orientated hands to the outward, into the light. Wow. And just be in the light. And we arrive again where we were. And here it's not a turning, here it's a melting into. Yeah, encompassing everything, becoming one, becoming round. Let it rise. And now, and it's actually the heart which does it. Bring this turning about. And then we are in the light. Experience this quality of light. It's still there until here. And now we let it melt into the lower areas, darkness, roundness, matter. And it comes inward orientated. Be in your hands, completely in your hands. Outward, it became light. One last time. If you need to do it quicker, do it, but keep the principle. Melt into it. It's still melting into it, melting into the stream. And now turn this, turn it, and be in the light. And arrive in the horizontal. Let your hands rest on the earth, feel where you could melt into it. Let your breath react and keep the mood we are in right now. Just feel a little bit your body, what it feels like now. We continue with the R, and later we will do these things in a close order behind each other. But now in eurythmy we also can say everything what we've done is still there. Nothing gets forgotten. So remember what we did with the 8 up and in the back of the head. Try to, and do it with the body. Remember it with your body. Don't do it. Just remember it. And remember the quality of the L, this turning towards the light. And this melting. And have it around you. When now I turn again, that you can see better, have the hands in front of your heart. The V, the W8 is still there. The L is still there. And into this we open our arms in an A gesture. We raise through the arms, far out, beyond what is reachable, and then draw the shoulders a little bit back to create this in-streaming quality. This leans us back, but in a way we are also held. We are not falling. Something in us says stop. And then we slowly bring the stretched arms and hands down we bring this energy down, but still gaze into the space where we were doing the R. And then the arms can go back and we even feel all what's behind us. And slowly, slowly we come back. And we let these stretched arms, the straight through arms, rise again until to the verticality. And feel our feet, feel our head. Know that we have eyes. And we let go. We repeat this we do not repeat it now, because it was there. Just it was saying hello, bringing this quality of raying into what we did. With the W, the V, the wave principle, and the L. Sit down and relax for 1 or 2 minutes. How does your body react now? If you can remember, compare it with how it was when we did the R. How is the feeling in your chest and upper arms? How do you perceive the room around you? How do you perceive parts of your head, perhaps? Just let go and just ask you, how happy am I to be in my body now? Not generally, now. And how happy is my body to have me? Ask him. I think everything is about this inner dialogue, about becoming friends with each other. And becoming friends has a lot to do with understand each other. Yeah? We finish with just a short sequence, and I mainly show you the basic gesture, and we can immediately do it. And just in the end, we form this O, where the arms form a round circle and my heart feels connected with what I embrace. And my arms are more a symbol of what I embrace, because maybe my feelings are much bigger. Yeah? But I can have the feeling I have the whole world in my arms. Again, be connected with yourself, and we do not get lost in what we do. And I do it the way as I understand it. I invite you to lift your arms above your head and feel your fingers and fingertips as if you could pull the curtain of the sky a little bit apart. And then just let your arms sink down, feel the back, and just let them sink down. And then here in the middle, notice there's something I have to let go another time. I'm entering a different realm. And then I let go slowly towards down there completely. And then just slowly build the O gesture, but go deeper and deeper and deeper through your feet in the earth before the O is finished. Let your breath react within this O. Let it enjoy this gesture and this being grounded so much. And then let go and keep this feeling awake. Let your breath react. I think you got the message. When the arms come up to build the O, I nevertheless go down deeper and deeper, and actually this going deeper and deeper even lets this O grow. If you do it one more time, then you can sit down, relax, and I'm ready to answer some questions if there are any. But now we just do this basic flow of something. Feel our fingertips, if they could touch the curtain of the sky. We use the fingertips to open this curtain. We let the arms sink in the back. And just let the stream come down. And we let go a second time to enter this realm down. Next step. And then we go deeper and let go, and deeper while creating the O. And we let go and keep a little bit awake what we had. What we felt. I invite you to sit down, to relax, and to listen to your body. Just let go what you have experienced. Don't push yourself to, oh, what do I discover now? Just relax. And maybe start the second way of listening to the resonance. Now it was more a conscious dialogue, what can I perceive? And now it would be time just to let go. Take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe lay down, and just let the waves go away, come back, without pushing anything. And in the night, a third stage will come about, where the actual bodybuilding effect will then, out of these exercises, will come about. Okay, Tobias, you have collected at least one question, I can see.
Yes. With the 8, can we do the counter movement with the chest, upper body instead of bending legs?
Can we do the counter currents with the
Chest.
With the chest of our body?
Instead of bending legs.
Yes. Even the bending legs is just an outer way of perceive the counter currents. It helps me a little bit. Oh yes, if I do this or if I go down, now I feel this counter. Okay, I feel it, and because I feel it, I go down, and then I have a sort of a primitive experience of success. Yes, he brought me down. Yeah. And on a more advanced level, you do it and you just feel it streaming down. Yeah, it's going down, and nobody would see that really it streams down. Yeah, and for this reason, you don't have to bend the legs when you do it. But I'm very careful that I do not stretch my legs, that I do not like a clutch or something like this, that you have it like this, and then if the counter current comes, it cannot bend it anymore. So I always have my knees a tiny little bend, that if the body wants to do this, it can do it. I do not prevent it. But if I am like this and the body feels just the streaming down, it can enjoy the streaming down, the streaming down, the streaming down without bending. And the same with the chest. Everything what we do is nice if it moves the body. But in eurythmy, you always have that the basic principle is our uprightness. So if we bend, then we notice already, oh, something wants to be upright. It makes it upright again. And then we bend like this, and we notice, oh, something wants us to have upright. And then it's the game. That was also the case with the R. When I always say, and for this reason, don't take it literally too much what I say. When I say the R leans us backwards, then there is something in us which says, no, I want to stay upright. And that's the reason why we don't fall. So, yes, go into this bending, but the more we just feel the currents, the better. But when we feel the currents, we should also allow that the body follows a little bit, that we have this connection. But it must not become visible. Also the cells can move. Good. I say thank you very much. You'll get a link, an email with the link to the replays, and to avoid too much work, because uploading it on Eurythmy for You and uploading it at YouTube and thinking of names on YouTube and then put it into an email and then gathering all the addresses and send it, I've decided I put it only on Eurythmy for You, and that's a course, and it's accessible also for people who are not taking part, also next year or half a year, and they are asked to pay a little bit, but you get a special price in this link and you can buy it for free. So please feel free. If you don't have money, you buy it for zero. If you have money and you want to support our work and the expenses which we have, and maybe what we try is to grow, to bring this, it's a knowledge, it's not just we help each other, but it's a sort of knowledge which would be nice if it could become used by the people as a resource accessible to all of us. Then you can also give a little bit more. We are happy about that. We, Tobias and I and the team, which is not there now, we are all happy if you come back next Monday, if you tell others to come. It's a great work with you. Bye-bye.